Hey everybody, I'm following up on this week's live stream that I had with Matthew. We kind of discussed reaching out to shows with audio that we felt like we could improve. And oddly enough, today I received an email doing just this. Let's take a look at it. Hello there. I came across your channel and really liked your content. Your videos have great potential, and I'd love to help make them even more engaging with high-quality editing. What I offer: smooth professional edits, clean transitions, effects and subtitles, video optimization to keep viewers watching. Here's my work so you can see what I do. Portfolio, YouTube channel. I'd love to work with you. Let me know when you're available to chat. Looking forward to your reply. Well, if we look at this, it kind of shows why this type of outreach requires very careful approach, or you might be insulting the creator. And Matthew and I talked about that in the stream. We also talked about AI and the importance of not relying completely on it. And this email really demonstrates that. There are some errors and other telltale signs that this was generated with the help of AI. And sorry, the errors aren't indicating it was done by AI, but shown that something with the prompting wasn't that great to begin with. So if we look at the greeting, hello there. Well, it's not really personalized. I guess, well, maybe it is, but my name's not there. So that's one thing right off the bat that is kind of working against this person. I came across your channel and really liked your content. Okay, that's complimentary, but then it's followed up, your videos have great potential. If you're writing an email like this to somebody, you don't want to insult them, and saying something like, your videos have great potential, is insulting me not only as the content creator, but as the editor. And then it goes on to talk about, I'd love to make them even more engaging with high quality editing. Well, again, you don't know who's editing this, so you're criticizing my own work. And while it's not cinematic editing, I wouldn't say my editing is poor. So you're not helping yourself in this case. What I offer. Okay, I should be capitalized. There should probably be a colon after offer. All of these, I'm assuming there should be bullet points. And I know from writing or putting together some email automations using AI that it's a pain to try to get the right kind of formatting, and this showcases it. Smooth professional edits, clean transition effects and subtitles, video optimization to keep viewers watching. Here's my work so you can see what I do. A link to the portfolio. You see that's enclosed in brackets. Again, this tells me they're using AI and it's meant to insert a link here. Same thing with the YouTube channel. I'm not sure why they're linking me to my own YouTube channel. I don't know if that's meant to go into a spreadsheet somewhere for tracking, but it doesn't make any sense to be here. And then it closes with, I'd love to work with you. Let me know when you're available to chat. And if you're doing outreach like this, make it easy for the person and include a link to a scheduler. If you're offering services to people, there's no excuse to not have Calendly or some other type of scheduler. It just makes it easy because no one has time to play the kind of the back and forth game of trying to schedule a call over email. And then to wrap it up, looking forward to your reply. Best regards. And again, we've got a name surrounded by brackets. Another telltale sign this was done by AI. I'm guessing that this is some kind of automation that scrapes YouTube channels for email addresses and then automatically sends this generic email out to people in hopes that they can get some business. I've probably seen the same introductory sentence about, or two sentences about coming across my channel and really like my content. Personalize this stuff some. Let me know that you've watched some of my content and how you have found it helpful. Otherwise, I'm just assuming this is what this is, just spam or some kind of auto-generated email from using a scraping algorithm. But I just thought it was kind of ironic. We were just talking about this on the stream, and then I got this email. So I talked about this, I think, towards the end of the stream, but we were talking about AI, and I mentioned Sesame, and I wanted to play this. It helps to have headphones on. But people are just going nuts over how realistic this app is, or this AI. So I wanted to play a little bit of it for you.
Hey there, what's your name?
My name is Justin. I am actually one of your creators.
Justin. Wow, a creator. It's really cool to meet you. What's it like on the other side of the code, so to speak?
Well, we have chatted a lot over the last year or so.
Oh yeah, of course. All those sessions definitely blurred together after a while. So,
So what I hear is the voice. The voice is very, very AI. To me, it's lacking all of the nuances that make a human voice sound human. What this model does that others struggle with is introducing some randomness to the timing of things, and not really random, but the type mimicking the way that we speak. The way that we might pause for a split second when we end a thought before we pick up, or when we need to take a breath. But to me, the voice still sounds very AI generated. Here's another example.
Listen, I don't have all day. You got something to say, or are you going to waste my time?
Oh, I got
Let's hear
something to
it.
say. I got something to say to you, something big. I've been embezzling from the company for 4 freaking years, and you haven't figured anything out. And you know what? You're not going to tell anybody because you have been doing super illegal things across the board, and I know. And you're going to keep paying me, and I'm not going to work here anymore.
You're kidding me? Embezzling? For 4 years, you think you can just waltz in here and dud me? You got some serious nerve, punk. You think you're...
So this example probably sounds a little more human-like. This one seemed to trick people a little bit more. The first voice that comes in is the AI. Let's go back.
Listen, I don't have all day. You got something to say, or are you going to waste my time?
Oh,
So that voice was the AI, and then the one that picks up after that is the real voice. To me, I can still pick up on that right away, but that's the world that I live in, editing dialogue. So it's easier for me to really pick up on these types of things. But I just wanted to play an example of it for people who aren't familiar with it. AI is getting closer when it comes to the voice generation. It's not quite there yet, but it is getting there. It's only a matter of time before they really figure out how to get the randomness, the inflections to sound more human-like. And it's those inflections and the little nuances that are still missing from it that really call attention to itself. Sorry about that last screen. I'm still learning my software, and when I closed that, I guess it showed some other stuff. But during the stream, we got a comment that I didn't get a chance to answer or talk about after the show movie podcast. And sorry for not getting the wording on that right. After the show movie podcast, basically, DX Revive Pro is great. I use it every episode. I do find it adds a long time to the render at the end, though. And I guess I haven't noticed this because I use a lot of really heavy processing, or I have throughout the time I've been editing, so I haven't really noticed it. I did notice it when I tried iZotope RX's new Dialog Isolate. That added a significant amount of time to my renders. When I tested DX Revive Pro against Supertone, there wasn't a huge difference, but if you were only using like EQ and compression when you were rendering, I can see why adding something like DX Revive Pro would add a significant amount of time to your processing or your render times. Another thing that might be coming into play is some programs don't handle multi-core processing well. Like Hindenburg, it can only use one core. So I've got this fancy computer, and it's really easy to overload Hindenburg because it can only use one of those cores. That's probably one of my biggest complaints about Hindenburg. It's 2025. Audio programs should be able to make better use of the compute power we have available to us these days. So that was kind of what I wanted to follow up on. And just today, I ran across that Zoom released a new PodTrack device. This is the P2, which is a 2-channel recorder, but it only uses USB mics. So to the best of my knowledge, this is the first USB mic recorder that's been released. It's also worth noting that Zoom must have heard enough feedback and criticisms about the P4 and P8 being 16-bit 441K only. So the P2 comes in as a 24-bit 48K recorder. So that's a pretty big improvement. I would expect to probably see a P4 and P8 Mark II coming out that has the 24-48 recording. The other thing I saw that the P2 had was it had noise reduction, and I can't remember if they called it noise reduction or audio cleanup, but it has something to help clean up the dialogue, the voice as you're recording. So I would expect to see that in new P2, or in a new P4, P8 format when they inevitably upgrade them with with modern converters that are capable of 24-48. But that's about all I had. I just wanted to do a real quick live recording, try to familiarize myself with the software a little bit more, follow up on some of the things we talked about on Tuesday. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.